I'll start. We're here with the national champion, Texas A&M head coach Gary Blair, at one of the local AU events. Coach, let's talk about, I guess, how things have been since you won the championship.
It hasn't stopped. My golf game's not near as good because I'm working, speaking, or recruiting, and or running summer camps or looking at players in all over the country in the month of July. But this is where you want it. The reception that we're getting when we go into to the gyms and to the summer tournaments, everybody's coming up congratulating us, and kids are wanting their picture with us and all this type of stuff. But it's a thing that we cannot talk to kids during this particular time. So you've got to watch what you do and not hack off people or something, but you got to realize those are the NCAA rules. But it's been good for Texas A&M. It's been good for our kids. We've been able to rest our legs a little because it was a long season, but basketball players are made during the summer, whether they're the young kids that are playing in these summer tournaments that we're watching today and all through the month of July, or it's our college kids. They need to be working on their game, their individual moves, not just playing 5-on-5, but develop their game as individuals, because that's where basketball players are made. They're not born.
Coach, how has the camps now been since the championship?
Well, they blew up this summer. It's our largest that we had. We had 1,600 kids spread over 5 camps, and sold a lot of this A&M T-shirt stuff, national championship, even the little wristbands. We call them national championship bracelets. We're just trying to get the exposure out there, and I think that's good. Here in the Houston area, I'll go to the airport and I'll go into the store that sells all that stuff, and if our stuff isn't at the front, I'll go steal an A&M shirt and go put it over you-know-who shirt and put it right there at the front up there, because I want A&M out there. It doesn't matter if it's equestrian or tennis or soccer or whatever. I'm proud of my school, and I want people to sit there and wear those shirts.
Have you noticed already an increase in season tickets for the upcoming season?
Right. We hadn't even advertised yet, and all of a sudden we have over 600 new season ticket holders, and that's a pretty good increase right there, because normally we go up about 300 a year. We've got 600, and they hadn't even gone on the market yet. So that's good. And then also by us hosting the first and second rounds of the NCAA next year, it'll be a Saturday, Monday next year during the tournament. I prefer Sunday, Tuesday, because we'd be just coming back from spring break. But still, it'll be a Saturday, Monday. Hopefully we can get a lot of the area high school kids to come down and be able to watch us as well.
Can you talk about some of your non-conference opponents coming up?
Another great schedule. We'll open up with Lamar, I think on that Saturday, November the 12th or so. And then we will play in a national televised game. We will play Louisville, which will be a top 10 team. That's that 24-hour marathon thing. And we'll play at 3 o'clock on the afternoon of Tuesday. And that's when the banner will be dropped and the rings will be given out. So that's going to be a special day. We've also got a home and home with USC started. We've got a home and home with Mississippi State. Both of those games are starting at our place. And then the Bahamas, where we'll play in a pool of St. John's, Temple, and Iowa. 3 teams that were all in the top 35 in RPI. Then we will make the hard trip. What I call the hard trip is the Big 10, Big 12 Challenge. We'll go back to Purdue and play on Sunday, December the 4th. On Tuesday night, we're playing at Connecticut. And that'll be the Jimmy V Classic that we played in last year. And that will also start a home-and-home series, and Connecticut will be back at our place next year. And then a couple of your guaranteed games. We got McNeese coming in, who we played in the NCAA tournament. And TCU, of course. We're going to Fort Worth to play TCU, and that's always a great battle. And 2 years ago, they got us at their place. So hopefully there'll be a little bit of revenge in that ball game.
Two things. What are your thoughts on the new 10-team Big 12 conference? And then lastly, your thoughts on former players like Demetri Buchanan and Aquanisha becoming coaches or coaching in college level?
First, on the conference, we have to adjust. We do not have a vote. The 10-team conference will make it even more difficult now to advance out of the Big 12 because you've got 18 conference games, which I'm not in love with, but you'll have a true champion now, and the North schools will have to play the South schools twice. And I think that'll be harder on the North schools than it will be on the South schools, because all of a sudden you get the right schedule, you get the right teams coming to your place, then you're in good shape. Now 18 games is going to be the longest 60 to 70 days in January and February that you've ever seen. But we're losing two teams that on paper were near the end of our bottom of our conference in Colorado and Nebraska. So that means those top 10 are going to be out there. Now, Nebraska's got a good program. Colorado's rebuilding theirs. But there's change. But can we get 7 or 8 teams in the NCAA tournament like we've been doing in the past? No. So that means you're going to have some good teams have to go to the WNIT. And hopefully that's not going to be us. So you got to stay healthy. You got to play good. Now, my kids, I call it my tree, my family tree. Senior year played for me in 08. The next year she plays in the WNBA. The next year WNBA. The next year she's my grad assistant. The next year she coaches at Stephen F. Austin. Now she's making mega bucks coaching at Kansas. And so I'm just happy for her because she gets it. She understands what coaching's all about, paying the price, doing the little things. And she's going to be an outstanding coach. Hopefully someday we can get her back in the state here. And then Demetri Buchanan graduated from me in 09. And then all of a sudden, she's a high school coach in middle school, went undefeated last year. Now she takes Aquanisha's job. It's just good. That's a Houston Jones kid that all of a sudden is doing very well. Today's her birthday. And she's already said, Coach, will you take me to the outlet mall? No, I will not. I said, you get paychecks now. You're not on scholarship anymore. But it's good to see these kids out there. And I think Mishaw's doing very well in town, and Rito's got her music career going. TK Starks is trying to get healthy for she can get back overseas, and it's just a win-win situation. The city of Houston's been very good for Texas A&M and also for the young ladies that's played for Texas A&M.
All right, Coach. Thank you for the fun ride we all had this year watching you all play. Chris, you have any final word?
No, Coach, just congratulations on a great year and look forward to the coming season.
All right. I want to see y'all back in the stands and everything, and I want to see the city of Houston get involved and start coming to more ball games, particularly on the weekends where we're only an hour and 20 minutes away. So you guys spread the word. And hopefully in years to come, we'll be back here either playing Rice or Houston in a series, but that's still to be determined. But we'll probably get those series going again.
Thanks very much, Coach.